So we're going into our third game, and I sadly lost the previous game because I was not able to draw lands, and that's very funny how many games of Magic the Gathering you just lose for not drawing enough lands. I still believe that our deck is good, still believe that that it could have been better, but I cannot control how many lands I draw in Magic. I think we're gonna probably play this turn 1, get a white source, have Otter, Blade Banish set up. Heartless Act is super good. So let's just play Evolving Wilds and then pass. And we're probably gonna play a black source just to not give him any information that we're playing blue. I'd much rather have him think that we're playing white-black than we're playing white-blue. Just get our white source, and I might just even kill this right now. Do I kill this right now? No, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it just yet. Depending on what he does, but I don't think it's worth it just yet. What should be worth it? If he attacks for 1, we're fine. We're just gonna otter. I mean, we're just gonna kill this also and step, so that's also fine. That's also an idea. I think we're just gonna kill this and step. I don't want him to play the mutate card that says that forces me to sacrifice a creature when I play my otter. I'm trying to set up otter and then next turn pacifism maybe. That's a good play. And now we draw the Blitz Leech, which is also good. Now Otter, hopefully if Otter sticks around for 1 turn, we're gonna get enough value out of it. If it doesn't, it's sad, but we're gonna be fine in the long run because of Blitz Leech. Now I really hope he plays something big so we can Blade Banish it. That's really something I hope he does. If he doesn't play something big, we can just pacify it. He doesn't play anything. And having Convolute up makes me feel really good in case he just plays a Blood Curdle or something like that. So draw a card, make a land drop. No land drop, but we can just cycle Frostveil Ambush to make our land drop, and we have Convolute up. So this card turned out way better than I expected. So let's hope he plays something big. Maybe try to return this. That's not something I think I want to Convolute. Is it? Don't think it is. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna Convolute this. Or do I? I think we're just gonna Convolute this for the sole reason that this might be something he's trying to ramp with, and I don't want him to ramp. And keeping him off of his lands is good enough. Do we even need to cycle this just yet? No, we don't have to. You don't always have to cycle something when you can, because just having it up is way better than cycling it directly, because this is gonna reward us in the long run. So I think having it up is not the worst idea ever. Let's just... Do we keep Blade Banish up? I think keeping Blade Banish up is better than just playing Owash. Especially if in case he's playing the reanimation deck, and if he is playing the reanimation deck, he can just reanimate this, have it fight this, and that would be a huge blowout. In case he doesn't, we can just Blade Banish. He does, we can Blade Banish whatever he does. And I think we are going to keep this and just not cycle it. We are not in any rush to do that. What I'm hoping to do is we need to draw a white source, which is quite hard to do, but I don't think we get blown out if our opponent does reanimate this with his reanimation spell that I'm afraid of. So I think we should be fine in the long run, even if he does reanimate next turn. I don't think he has it in hand, or else he would have probably gone for it. And now, do we fake Convolute, or do we just... I think we're just gonna fake Convolute, just express that we have it, but we don't really. Just to trick our opponent into a bad situation, make him play something that he wouldn't actually do. Skull Prophet is fine. I mean, if he wants to trade the Skull Prophet for our Otter, that's fine with me. We're always gonna keep up 2 lands just to make him think that we have Convolute, although we do not have it. And we're just gonna pacify this once again, and still keep 3 mana up, which is putting our opponent in quite a hard loop of him constantly thinking that we have it, although we don't. So Otter once again, deal damage. And we sadly do not draw a white source, meaning that we cannot have Blade Banish up, but I think we're gonna be fine. I mean, we have a bunch of cards in hand, and our opponent has 3. I don't think there's anything that can destroy our hopes of winning this game. Now he probably has the reanimate spell because he just looked at his graveyard, but I think we can just survive off of that because we have the Blade Banish. And I really hope he doesn't have the... Alright, so that's not something I expected, honestly. And if he mutates this, he just hard casts it, meaning that we can just Blade Banish it this turn. Alright, that's fine with me, honestly. He doesn't even have something to make them both fight. That's good. So we're just gonna exile this attack with the Otter. Otter has been such a good card. I mean, I think you see the power of the otter. Is this a good enough way to top? Yes, it is. We're just gonna exile this. Opponent is probably hating his life at this stage. I don't blame him, honestly. I mean, we literally just removed or dealt with anything he played this far. I don't think there's anything for 2 mana. I want the counter to fake convolute. And I think we're pretty much set. Like, honestly, we have 7 cards in hand, opponent has 2. I think we're in a good enough stage. Does he have the ram through? Yeah, I forgot that this taps for mana. I'm sorry. I think that's fine. I mean, we just lost our otter after we have that many cards in hand. Let's just draw a bunch of cards. And we have Capture Sphere for whatever he tries to reanimate. Or whatever he tries to play. We can play Obosh next turn and now just spam our herons because they will deal 6 per card. I think that's fine with us. Let's just play our Obosh. In case he reanimates something, it's going to be a bit brutal but not that brutal. And I think we shall be fine. And if our opponent's still afraid of Convolute, I mean, we do technically have Convolute up in his opinion at least. So let's hope he doesn't have the reanimation spell. Let's see if he tries to mill his graveyard a bit more. He doesn't. He doesn't. We have a Capture Sphere for whatever he plays next. And herons are gonna be... Vivian is not something I expected, but I think we can kill it. I think we can most definitely kill Vivian.
Cat dinosaurs? I love Ikoria.
Yeah, I love Ikoria too, but just the draft format. Don't get any ideas. So I think we just give Obosh flying, kill it. Unless he has another thing to do. And in case he plays any other creature. What's going to happen? I don't know, but I'm very excited to see this. Does he mutate, make a sacrifice, kill this, Vivian stays alive? Alright, that's fine. He's gonna get back his ram through. Alright, ram through cannot kill our creature, so that's fine. But what can he get for 2 mana? What can you get for 3 mana or less? 2 mana or less, what can you get? Something with Death Touch. Our opponent is playing very well. He doesn't have green, so he can't... Actually, he might have green. No, this enters tapped. Alright, so he can't kill our Obosh just yet. He has it... Does it have a lifelink or Death Touch counter? That's the thing. It has a lifelink counter? Am I wrong? Yeah, it has a Death Touch counter. Yeah, I'm right. So his plan is to kind of kill our Obosh with the Boot Nipper, but at least that's gonna wait a turn. And that's gonna allow us to deal with the Vivian at least. I mean, dealing with the Vivian is on my top priority currently. Because Vivian will run away with the game, and I think we can just Blitz Leech the Boot Nipper. And that way we just make sure that our Obosh survives and we deal with the Vivian. Even Vivian was not able to stop how much card advantage we amassed over this game. Alright, and we know all of his hand, and that's fine with us. We're just gonna do this. Kill the Vivian, and we have lethal next turn. We literally have lethal next turn with Dreamtail Heron. Because we can put it over the Blitz Leech attack for everything, and that's fine. You can kill our Blitz Leech with the ram through, but that's fine. I honestly think that's fine. I mean, I'm pretty sure we are most likely going to win this game unless our opponent top decks another Vivian. Maybe that would like get us into a bit of trouble, but then otherwise I think we're pretty fine. I mean, yes, that's annoying, but that's fine. I think we're just gonna spam the herons next turn and just have lethal the turn after. Opponent, is it a land or is it a creature? He mills his top 2 cards, so maybe he got the reanimation spell that he's searching for. He doesn't get it just yet. Or maybe he does have it. If he does have it and he waited, I think you like cost yourself the game, because now I have Blood Curdle. So attack. And now do we play the Dreamtail Heron and keep Blood Curdle up? Yeah, I think we go for that. We're just gonna play it for its actual value. You know, hardcasting this is always an option. People forget that hardcasting this is an option. As in Scatter is fine, I mean it's annoying, but that means that whatever he top decks, we just win next turn. Whatever he top decks, I'm pretty sure we win next turn. Opponent, play your land. Play your last pathetic card, Yugi! Yugi does not want to play his last pathetic card. Alright, so opponent, are you roping us just because like it's over? Did you finally draw that reanimation spell you've been dreaming about? What's happening, opponent? Stop. I've been playing around it from the start of the game and it finally happens. It finally happens. If I'm not wrong, the fight trigger would go on the stack. Good game, opponent. Good game. No, you're not gonna... Your dream of fighting this is not going to happen because I am going to blood curdle this. And your creature is dead. And your last pathetic card, Yugi, was not enough to win. Good game, opponent. I'm really sorry. I was playing around this from the start of the game. Good game, opponent. Opponent concedes, or are you going to let us attack you with an Obosh? Feels super good to win. Always feels super good to win, especially with like how Otter runs away with the game. Otter is such a good spell. Such a good spell in this deck. So currently I think we have 3 wins if I'm not wrong. Let's try to go for the 7 wins obviously. We have 3 wins so far. Let's try to go for like 7 wins. 7 complete wins is something I really want to go for. Our last game wasn't that easy, but I think we managed to put through it. It's fine. And I'm enjoying Ikoria draft way too much if you need to ask me. Way too much. This hand is horrible and I think you can tell why. White is our splash and we have way too many white sources. This hand is worse. Is this how our journey is going to end? Just mulliganing into Abyss? I think we're gonna have to mulligan once more. And this hand is decent enough. I think we're just gonna mulligan down the Obosh and the land. I mean, that does feel weird, especially with how many lands I have in hand. I think keeping up Blood Curdle is gonna reward me in the long run more than just keeping a land. And I think I'm probably gonna draw into a land, so that's gonna be fine. So I really do not want to lose my 3rd game in a row to just not drawing enough lands. And I don't always mulligan lands down to the bottom. I promise I don't always mulligan lands down to the bottom. Opponent is aggro, which is making me very sad for like the mulligan that we had to go for. Lurking the die feels good, especially if we're gonna actually get the castle next turn because we can suddenly kill something. Maybe trade with this, that feels good. Hopefully we draw our land. Hopefully we draw a land, or else I think we're gonna be way too behind. Do I even want to convolute Fertilid? I think we just do that to use up our mana, because I don't think we are in a stage where we can not use our mana as efficiently as possible. We don't draw a land, but Coilbug is fine. He's probably gonna mutate, which will reward us even more if we draw a land for the Blood Curdle. That can we actually do this? I don't want to lose to just not drawing lands. It always feels good. It always feels bad to lose to just not drawing lands in Magic. I'll take the trade because I'm fine with it. Opponent, did you also not draw lands? Opponent did not draw lands, but opponent seems like he's an aggro deck, so it doesn't seem like he cares. And he actually did draw lands. Frostveiled Ambush. Let's just try to draw a land. I don't want to tap black. I don't think we care about what we tapped. And just watch me top deck something that requires me to play black. Please deck. Otter is not something I wanted, although I love that spell. It's not something we wanted. I mean, maybe Otter gets us back into this game. We're not that behind. If we get to like resolve an Otter, start drawing some cards. I think we have enough removal to deal with the situation. Heron is not something we want either. Please don't have removal for the Otter. I think if he has removal for the Otter, it's almost over, not officially over, but almost over. He's probably gonna replay the Coilbug. I mean, it feels bad to lose this way, but I can't do anything about it. I really can't do anything about it. Is it Ramtru time? Artis Acts. Yeah, this game isn't something that looks like we're going to win. And opponent goes on full aggro, and we cannot stop this onslaught with just 3 hands. Yeah, I think we're just going to lose our game to just not drawing lands. Good game, opponent. I'm really sorry, everyone. I do know that I bottomed the land, but I did not expect not to draw a single land in all of this. That might have been a misplay, so let me know in the comments down below if you think that was a huge misplay, a small misplay. I still believe that our deck was good enough to win, but I mean, what happens just happens for everyone. And you can see me open the packs, but one thing about Ikoria is I drafted so much that I completed the whole set, so I'm just opening gems at this stage. So look, I open gems. I do not have rares anymore to open. So you're either going to see me pull a mythic, or we're just going to keep on pulling gems. So yeah, let's see, is it a mythic for all of you? It's not. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope my draft made you improve a bit. If it did not, if you want to recommend anything for me, do tell me in the comments down below. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.